Hi, my name's Luke. Welcome back to Photo Bite. This mic is going to be really quiet. Be right back. Right, so now we're testing out the mic, so it should actually be better now. Currently, I am in my car. I have come down to the forest to hopefully review a drone, and the only problem is it's a little bit breezy and it's very wet. So we are currently over here. So we're just going to do future. So currently our window is going to be this very moment. So we're going to get out, we're going to go do the review. We've got an hour to do it, so let's just see how we're going to cram this in. So let's get into it. The sun decided to show its face. And it's still raining. But at least we got a toy to play with, which is the Rider Nest. So we'll be using that to film the review. So let's get you set up and onto the gimbal. So it's actually in two parts, this gimbal. So we're just going to get the first bit out. I need to make this a lot easier to get out. Right, so you've got this contraption bit. So we're just going to have the also useful. You vibrate? Oh no, just me. Right. Screw that on. Right, we're going to pop that up. And I need to download the app quickly, so be right back. So this isn't going to be the cleanest of reviews because it's been so rainy, but I still feel like it's worth going out and trying to get this review because it's a good product. We just got to try and find the right space, but just have a look at this place. Okay, so we made it up. It's not the greatest of light, but we're going to show you the product we've been talking about. And it's in this bag right here. So, drones are getting smaller and smaller, and then DJI bring out the Mavic Mini, and it just gets even smaller. In fact, it's so small, it only weighs 249 grams, which puts it a gram below the limit to when you actually need to buy a license to fly the drone, which is pretty impressive. More impressively so, each battery goes for about half an hour depending what settings you're in, which means we can get about an hour and a half of flight time out of this little guy here. And the weather's just decided to open itself up, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, that's that over there. We want that over here. Oh. The heavens just decided to open up. So, good thing we went back to the car. Bad thing is we didn't get any footage. Alright, so this is day number 2 and we're back out here with the Mavic. Better weather, still not sunny, still not what we're after, but we're gonna get this in the air and actually see how it flies. So this is the Mavic Mini and it has a 12 megapixel camera on the inside. It is able to record up to 2.7K at 30 frames a second, 1080p at 60 frames a second. However, in both those settings you don't have many color profiles to choose from, and when you're doing video you have none at all. So if you want to get a flat look so you can grade later, I'm afraid this isn't the one to have a look at. You're better off looking at the Mavic Pro series because this doesn't have it. Also to point out, the battery goes for half an hour, which is great. If you get the Fly More combo, you get 3 batteries in the box, so that's an hour and a half of flying, so plenty of time. You also got 3 different modes on this when you're flying it. You've got position, cine, and sport. Sport's really nice, cine's really slow position. This helps you keep it in one certain place. So if you want it hovering in one place to do time lapse or something, you can keep it in one place. Time lapse is going, this thing isn't swaying around, it's staying in the same place. Using the only sensors that it has on the bottom, which are these 2 here. Has none of the front, side or back, so you do have to bear in mind when you're flying this that you can crash this. This isn't a crash-proof drone like you are when you're using the Mavic Pro series that have sensors all over it. Tons of sensors, loads, whereas this only has the 2. So do bear that in mind, but still very impressive and very easy to use. So some of the features of the drone, obviously we've covered the weight, but in terms of its actual design, it's a very similar to what we saw with the Spark in terms of its size. If I just fold this up quickly, so you got two that go underneath, like that. Those clip in on the sides like that. So it's a very simple size. I mean, look at that. Easily put that in your pocket. See? No problem whatsoever. I mean, the remote's the same size as this, which is the insane thing. But some things that are kind of missing from this drone would be, I mean, they were kind of skimping on the grams. It is missing a cover for the SD card slot and the charging port, so that does kind of put it in a bit of danger, especially with grass, like where we are now. If you get it in this stuff and it's damp, it's going to get all in there and you're going to get a bit of a small issue. But I mean, they are skimping on the grams here, but they could have at least put a cover, you know, the battery cover, they could have at least put that over. But I guess when you're saving grams, you can't really do that. Other sacrifices they've made is you haven't got the quick release props. So you see on there, they're just using a Phillips screw. It is provided in the box, but it does mean that if you do have a minor crash and one of these chips off, it's a little harder to get them off. You can't just twist and pop, which is a bit of a shame because it just made life a bit easier, but you know, that's just some of the things I had to do. Now you do also have on the front there 3-axis gimbal, which means it's going to give you a lot more stability when you're flying it. Unlike the drone where you, the Spark, sorry, when you went into sport mode, you'd basically just get the yawing, which is very annoying. Whereas now, when you do that, it'll stay where it is, so you don't have that issue. But for people going out to buy this, it is great for first timers. It's also great for people who are doing loads of traveling. If they want something small and light to carry, honestly, this could be the drone that would do that. This is something we can see a lot of users going out and purchasing for when they're going out flying. They don't want to be taking half a bag full of drone accessories as well as the drone. If you literally just want something in a small case, this is ideal. I mean, I could easily fit this in my camera bag. I rock a Fuji X-T2. I could get this in the other compartment, the remote, batteries. I can get all the gear I need for a shoot, including this drone, in my bag, and my bag is tiny. Now, in terms of the pre-programmed flight paths, it makes life a lot easier for first-time pilots, but also even the experience, it does kind of save a bit of energy and thinking. You do have a couple of different options. When you're flying with this, you got a droney, so it's basically pre-programmed flight paths, so you can just fly the drone out and it will basically just do, well, you'll see the video and I'll label it so you know. You've also got circle as well, so it does like a perfect circle around. They're a lot harder to do. Like, you think, oh, you know, just a circle, just hold it in place. No, that's not the case. You then also got a helix as well. Again, very similar, it's more like a spiral out, so a very nice shot. And then you've also got the rocket. Obviously it doesn't go to space, it's just a name, but again, another useful tool. And these are just enabling the user to kind of show off their surroundings and show, you know, I mean, the thing is with a picture, it's only one way, whereas with the drone, you can literally get a full 360 of it. And with these types of flight paths, you can easily do that. And it just has a bit more of a level of creativity when you're out flying. So, great things to bear in mind and very easy to use. Only annoying thing is in the app, they're a bit hard to find, but once you've found them, you know where they are, and it's very straightforward. So that's been our review of the Mavic Mini. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, my name's Luke, this is PhotoBot, and we'll see you next time.